December 5th, water temp is 44 degrees. Fishing is getting tougher and tougher. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite bass baits to use under tough conditions, the Ned rig. When rigging the Ned rig, you're going to need a mushroom jig head and a small stick bait. What we have here is a Bass Pro Shop Sticko, 3-inch size, very cheap and affordable. And what I like to do to rig it up is I'll rip off the top portion of the bait, probably the top fourth or so, like that. Then you'll rig it up on the jig head. I like using either an 1/8 ounce or a 1/16 ounce, depending on what depth I'm fishing. So you'll rig it with the hook exposed. And this time of year, as the water is getting cooler, the vegetation is receding and dying, so fishing with an open hook will help you increase your hookup ratio, especially when fishing for these finicky fish. So you'll rig it up, get it up nice and flush, like that. That's all you gotta do. I like using natural colors this time of year for these finicky bass. And I prefer to fish a Ned rig in deep clear water or shallow clear water mainly. And unfortunately today we just had a lot of rain and we got some pretty murky stained water, so it's gonna make the fishing even tougher, but usually get good numbers, so we'll see what happens. There's one, got him. First one on the Ned rig. Oh, it's about average size for what I catch on this bait. Shaking it. This guy, little guy, came up and nailed it. This is about the size of bass I'll catch on average. I haven't caught any huge ones on it yet, but who knows? Today could be the day. Down at Fawn Hill, doing a little bass fishing on the Ned rig. If you guys are around here, feel free to come out and do some fishing. Even in this cold, muddy water, still get some fish. They can still find this little bait, little finesse bait right here. Nice fish, let's get some more. What I was just doing is I was casting that bait towards the island, getting it real shallow. Then we're slowly working that way back towards the deeper water. Fishing it with lots of little twitches, shaking it in place. Then I'll move it a couple inches, just drag it along the bottom, keep that bottom contact, shake it some more. It's a real finesse presentation. The bait's really small profile. So during this time of year, the bass are real finicky, so this is a great bait to get them to commit when a lot of times they won't bite anything else. And the bite was real subtle on that last fish. I was just shaking it, and I actually just let it sit. I wasn't moving it at all. And I saw my line just suddenly dart off to the side when I couldn't feel any contact when I was trying to move it again. So a lot of times you won't feel anything. You might just feel a mushy feeling, or you'll see your line dart off, in which case just set the hook into them and reel them in. I just pulled up the stick and that was exactly where I had that first bite. So it's probably some kind of structure over there, and that's exactly what these fish are looking for in a cold, muddy water. They'll be uptight against that. So what I probably did is I probably dragged it up there, shook it, and the bass probably took it while it's right up against that lay down or whatever's over there, stick ups. Oh, that a hit? Got him. Fish on! Leave that bait still. Got number 2 in the Ned rig. Some better fish too. Got 2 of my subs out here. The better fish. Ryan and Ryan. One Ryan's right there, the other Ryan's right over here. Solid fish, guys. I'd rather them out to do some fishing. Oh yes, good Fawn Hill bass. Just fishing it real slow. Finesse is key. Fishing light line. Gotta make sure you play the fish. Felt that tap while I was actually checking a text message. This guy took it. Oh, that's a nice one. Guy took it on the. I'm a little nervous about lifting this guy up. Nice probably almost 2.5. Yeah, we got something right here. Decent fish. Beautiful.
That's a beautiful big mouth bass.
Yep, nice largy.
You just caught your dinner tonight. You're not going to throw it back, are you?
Actually, I catch and release, yeah, but I'll let someone else catch another time.
Man, that's dinner tonight. That's a beauty.
Thank you, appreciate it. Beautiful bass in the Ned rig. Get her unhooked, get a quick weight. I'm testing out a new scale. This looks to be about 1.75 pounds, so we're going to test out this new scale here. I'm in the market for a different one because mine's over 10 years old, so I don't know how accurate it is still. So we're going to go ahead and do a little test on this scale here. I'm not going to reveal the name until I decide that I like it. Scale is zeroed, so I'm thinking about 1.75 pounds. So right there, 1.81, so 1 pound, 1.8 pounds, that's right at 1.75 like I guessed. Let's go ahead and let this beautiful fish go. About to call it a day. Been out here for 2.5 hours. Got 2 fish, which isn't bad. And one of the hours fishing was actually spent not fishing because my girlfriend came to visit me, so I was hanging out with her. But I can't blame her because that last fish I caught, she actually helped me to catch because I was sending her a text message when the bass took my bait when I was dead sticking it. Let's go ahead and go over the gear I'm using for fishing the Ned rig. I'm using finesse bait casting gear, my Shimano Aldebaran. I'm using a 6'6" medium action rod, medium power fast action rod, 10-pound braided line. Then I'm using a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader, 4-foot leader. This fluorocarbon is key for maintaining a stealthy presentation, making the bait look as natural as possible. And I like to use 12-pound as opposed to maybe 8-pound or 6-pound when fishing a pond like this with a lot of branches, because this way if I get snagged, I can just do a straight pull and I can bend the hook out of the snag and not lose my bait. But if you're going to do that though, you have to make sure you loosen that drag, keep that drag nice and loose, so that if you catch a big fish, it won't bend out your hook. And you're using an exposed hook, so there's no need for a big hook set or anything, so you can keep your drag poundage pretty low. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned a thing or two about the Ned rig. Definitely go out there and try it. If you're having some trouble this winter, just want to catch some fish, usually won't catch some monsters, but that 1.75 pounder I caught is actually probably the biggest fish I've ever caught in the Ned rig. And I've heard of people catching fish, 3 pounds or more occasionally. So go ahead and give it a shot, and let me know how you do in the comment section below.